So guys, today I want to talk on the Mercedes inline 4-cylinder engines, on how you can make the tricks you can do to make the engine last and reliable for you. So if you are driving the Mercedes C300 from the 2015 2017 above, the GLC300, the CLA, the GLA, most of these cars comes in inline 4-cylinder for the Mercedes. So I'm going to be talking on the tricks and the precautions to do when using these cars. So number one, first of all, these are cars that, first, if you enter these cars, you think it gives the sporty car vibe. But these are cars that is for city drive. That is a car that I use for cruise. If you want the sport version of these cars, you go for the AMG. That's why there's the AMG and Formatic and the ordinary ones. So first of all, just make sure that these cars are not sports cars. You drive it like normal regular cars. You drive it patiently and gently. So that's number one. That's how the car is meant to be driven. Secondly, for you to make the engine last, you have to use the recommended engine oil. Most of these clients, I used to recommend the Mobi 1, the 5W30 fully synthetic. That's what I used to recommend for my clients for these cars. But there are so many ones, there are so many brands you can recommend. Just make sure that it's the one that is recommended. There's many brands you can use. Just make sure it is the one recommended by Mercedes. So thirdly, avoid flooded area, because the things flood spoils in these cars are the electrical component, like the steering rack, because the steering rack is electric, the bumper sensors and some other things like that. So just make sure you avoid flooded area. That's why if you own this car, make sure you have other options of cars with you. You can just buy a small Corolla, a small Camry that you can be using during the rainy seasons. And the other thing you should do is that be buying your fuel in a specific filling station in your area. You understand? If you discover that this fuel station have a good fuel, make sure you buy your fuel from a specific filling station. And these cars are not cars that are good for traveling, because it is not a car that you can drive on a very high speed. Because if you drive these cars on a very high speed constantly, as time goes on, your engine is going to be damaging gradually. Before you know, the piston will just break into two. So that's why I used to recommend that if you want the sport version of these cars, fine, it gives the sporty vibes if you enter the car. Just the CLA, yes, it has like a sporty seat and the rest. So but if you need it in a sporty way, go for the AMG trim. Just go for the AMG. And the other one again is, I've talked about driving it gently. I've talked about using the recommended oil, the original one, and I talk about avoiding flooded area. Use a specific filling station that you know that the fuel is good for your car. And trust me, these cars are going to be reliable. These cars are going to serve you to whenever you want to stop using them, or whenever you want to sell it or dash it out. So this is what I have for you guys today.